Welcome to The Sims 4, a whimsical world where you can build your dream home, create your perfect family, buy a massive amount of packs, and uncover some pretty creepy secrets. Ah, mannequins, those silent, stylish figures we place in our Sims stores. But what if I told you there's something not quite right about them? Something off. Are they just lifeless dummies? Or is there more than meets the eye? Hello everyone, this is Abi aka onlyabidoang, and today we're gonna be uncovering the terrifying secret about mannequins in The Sims 4. Before going a bit deeper though, let's talk about mannequins in general. Mannequins have been a part of The Sims for a pretty long time. First, they appeared on The Sims 2 H&M Stuff Pack, but you cannot change their outfit since they're basically a regular decor object. We also got our first customizable mannequins in The Sims 3 Into the Future, specifically for the futuristic clothing gallery store where Sims buy the outfits displayed. You can plan the outfit you want to show off in Create a Sim, where this pale-looking Sim will be the model for it. And finally, in The Sims 4, they were introduced in The Sims 4 Get to Work, which is the very first expansion pack of this game that was released back in 2015. You can find them in Build Buy mode here and place them on your home or in a retail lot. There are different types of mannequins. Based on age and body physique, there are mannequins for male adults, male children, and female children. However, there are no mannequins for toddlers and infants. Based on their appearance, there are two types. Realistic mannequins, which have detailed faces and this exact hairstyle, and abstract mannequins, which have completely blank faces and a bald hairstyle. Once you place them, you can set the outfit they're wearing randomly or manually through Create a Sim, or maybe in this case, create a mannequin. You can customize their outfit to whatever you like. You can even change the mannequin's body shape as well, but you cannot do the same to their face and head. There is also the option to change their poses, with a handful of poses to choose from. Sims can also dance with the mannequin if they have the goofball, childish, or erratic trait, which improves their funniness while also making them look like a moron. Or do they? If you place them in a retail business lot, customers will start to browse and try on the outfits worn by the mannequins you've displayed. You can convince them to buy it, and if they finally decided to, you'll gain some cash depending on the price markup you've already set. You need to restock the mannequin's outfit first in order to sell it again. If you place a mannequin on your home though, it basically functions as a decor object, but you can still edit their outfit, try them out, or dance with them. Besides that, mannequins can also be found in other forms from other packs, such as when modifying a club's outfit in Get Together expansion pack and setting employees' uniform for your business in Get to Work or Cats and Dogs pack, and it always uses the white mannequins with the detailed face. So those are probably all there is to it in terms of mannequin objects. But you may notice something strange about these so-called objects. In buy mode, when placing mannequins, you might witness that they suddenly disappear and reappear for a moment, as if they're replaced with an entirely different yet similar object as soon as you place them if you look very closely. There's also a strange limitation where you can only place a maximum of 10 mannequins on a lot. Additionally, when you try to enlarge or shrink them with the respective keybinds in buy mode, they will change their size at first, but as soon as you place them, their size reverts back to normal. And sometimes they even appear without their heads. Such a bizarre quirk for an object. There must be something fishy going on with them. Well, what if I told you that these mannequins aren't exactly objects in the traditional sense? To help prove this, I have this software called Sims 4 Studio. It's basically a tool that helps you create mods and custom contents for The Sims 4 by extracting and revealing all the tuning files and contents of the game, so we can modify it to our liking. You can also extract all Create a Sim items in your game if you want to modify them and make your own custom content, including hidden parts that you normally cannot select, like the Grim Reaper outfit, Bonehilda skins, and Servo skins. So imagine my surprise when I searched for mannequin in the search bar, only to find out that they are all there. All the mannequin skins that we've seen before, the realistic, abstract, and all their color variations, are considered as Create a Sim parts. So what does this mean? It means that mannequins in The Sims 4 are eternally frozen Sims made to wear these mannequin skins but still assigned as objects. That's why when you try to place a mannequin, you first see the fake mannequin object, and after placing them, they get replaced by the Sim model that wears the Create a Sim part. This becomes more obvious when you try to place enlarged or shrunken mannequins. Besides The Sims 4, there are also other games that use this practice where mannequins are essentially human models. For example, in the game The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, mannequins for displaying armors also use the game's human models, but these models can sometimes glitch and can even be observed moving. Additionally, although not related to the mannequin display, The Sims 2 also has a hidden mannequin skin tone that's colored pale white. This was used as thumbnails in Body Shop, an independent Sims 2 tool to create Sims, but it's still accessible in the main game. You can use the bullprop testing cheats enabled through cheat in the neighborhood view, go to create a sim, and then press Shift+N to unlock debug mode and have them unlocked. The Sims 3's mannequins are much more obvious since you can see them moving around like regular Sims when editing. So now back to the question. If this mannequin skin is part of Create a Sim and hidden, how do you gain access to them and apply it to regular living Sims? Unlike the Grim Reaper or Bonhilda, mannequins are still not considered as Sims in a way that allows you to just add them to the household with cheese and then edit them. However, it turns out that some people have somehow gained access to these living mannequins and uploaded them to the gallery. It's unclear how they managed to get them in the first place. Perhaps the first person who gained access to them encountered this old bug where Sims who purchased an outfit from a mannequin will somehow copy the mannequin skin as well, and then others re-uploaded their versions. But still, it's pretty hard to find the rest of the mannequin color variants and types in the gallery, because all I see are the same white mannequins, some black variants, and a few colored variants. Because of that, I tried making this simple mod as a test. In this mod, I created some temporary buffs or moodlets that, when applied to a sim, give them a specific Create a Sim part permanently. For example, I made one of the buffs give a sim the Grim Reaper's hood and it actually works. In this case, I want the buff to apply the various mannequin skins so that I can still upload them to the gallery without others needing to have this mod. It can only be applied by using the sims.add_buff cheat followed by the name of the buff. Now you might be asking, why didn't I just make custom content that unlocks the original mannequin skin in Create a Sim? Well, there are already many mannequin custom contents available online. But my main goal is to have these mannequins be custom content free by directly importing these already existing skins to regular Sims. This way, players who don't use mods, such as console players, can have access to them once I upload them to the gallery. Now back to the mod. I added each buff for each type, gender, age, and color variant of the mannequins, so it's a lot of them. When I tested it and applied the buff to a sim using the cheat, they actually transformed as expected. After that, I managed to create a family of these mannequins and then upload them to the gallery on my account right here, including the blank and detailed mannequins and all of their color variants. Keep in mind that almost all of them requires the Get to Work expansion pack. The only base game compatible mannequin is this white mannequin with a detailed face. I suppose it's because it appears in other packs outside of Get to Work, like the aforementioned editing of clubs uniforms in Get Together or restaurant employee uniforms in Dine Out. If you cannot access the gallery, I've also made these households as downloadable tray files that I'll link in the video's description. If you want to try this mod out, I already provided the download link to it down in the video's description and also the list of buffs you can add. Alright, now that we have our own playable mannequin, let's explore what these walking dummies are capable of. First of all, you can now customize their appearance in Create a Sim like usual, and this time, they can finally move around since they're not a display mannequin anymore. Their mannequin appearance cannot be modified in Create a Sim because it's assigned into an unmodified hidden part of Create a Sim. You cannot make changes to their facial structures in detail, but you can still edit their head size, necks, arms, legs, and body shape. You also cannot add hairstyles, facial hairs, skin details, makeups, tattoos, and piercings since it won't be visible, but the rest of the Create a Sim parts like necklace, glasses, hats, outfits, socks, rings, and even nails will all be visible. Before we dive into how they function in live mode, I'd like to point out that practically, they are regular Sims wearing mannequin skins. So basically, they have normal needs, can eat, drink, sleep, have careers, build skills, and perform other regular activities normal Sims can do. Both the blank and detailed mannequin also won't have any facial animations, but they can still produce regular voice. Okay, let's start with the question that most of you are probably wondering. Can mannequins get pregnant? And how does the baby look? The answer is yes. They can get pregnant because, again, they are technically normal Sims wearing a mannequin costume. However, the baby will look pretty human. If you want to have an actual mannequin skin baby, maybe you should try out this mannequin custom content instead. When mannequins shower or take off all of their clothing, they will still appear nude and their entire body will still have the same glossy look. The sensor bar will still be on the respective areas though. If a mannequin ages up from child to teen, the mannequin skin will disappear, so you need to reapply it. Meanwhile, aging up to young adult, adult, or elder will retain the mannequin skin. These mannequins can also become cults. However, for occults with the second form like aliens, vampires, mermaids, or werewolves, the mannequin skin won't be applied immediately, so they will have the usual occult appearance after transforming. You need to reapply the mannequin skin while they're in their particular form. Turning a transformed werewolf into a mannequin though will have a pretty freaky result. They will have this bizarre combination of furry and glossy plastic look. Some vampire exclusive skin details like the cracks on cheeks, mouth, and eyes can also be visible when applied to vampire mannequins. They look pretty dope though. Want to up the ante? If you own the Strangerville game pack and make them possessed, it'll look like something out of nightmares. Hope you're not traumatized when going to a clothing store now. Oh, and don't you ever have the blank mannequin wear the Star Wars alien headwear, both the one from the base game or the Star Wars pack. The final appearance may unnerve you in some way. Since we're talking about hidden creative sim parts, remember the sold out sign when a mannequin needs to be restocked? Well, I also managed to have them be equipped to normal sims, since apparently it's also a hidden creative sim part in the form of a necklace. I've uploaded them to the gallery if you want to try it out. They are also available in my mannequin buffs mod. I also somehow found this other strange skin in the base game that's named Mannequin as well, but they have a completely different look. If worn by a sim, the adult female version changes the sim's eyes and facial structure to this exact look, while the adult male version does the same but also changes their entire skin tone to pale white. Yeah, can't believe I had to whitewash my sim self to show this. There's also a child version and it changes their facial structure too. Also, one interesting thing I found in the gallery is that there's this other kind of mannequin where they'll have the white glossy mannequin skin but with actual face animations, and in this case, I have no idea how they get access to this because I can't seem to find them in Sims 4 Studio. Apparently, it's grouped into the sock category, but there's no mention of it here. So yeah, if you wanna try out a mannequin skin that actually has facial animations, you can search for their username or the household name in the gallery here. And I think that's it for the playable living mannequins. Now that you know the real secret and can gain access to them, feel free to let your imagination run wild. Wanna recreate that one Doctor Who episode with the living mannequins? Or do you want to create the actual Slenderman experience in The Sims 4? Go right ahead. So, what do you think of this bizarre discovery regarding mannequins in this game? Feel free to let us know in the comments down below. Anyway, thank you so much guys for watching this video. Hope you thoroughly enjoyed it, and if you do, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I would really appreciate your support. That's it from me and see you later.